Hello, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to meet you all here again. And it's more like those back to back IPL matches where you have this little break and you squeeze that little time to have some really awesome, intense conversation about the matches, the games, the teams, everything like that. So I think we are right now caught in between a couple of MCL tournaments, and we are going to have this team talk session sandwiched between two interesting and intriguing matches. But we have decided that our community deserves to have this time, and it's always been a pleasure for us to be with you all to address your questions and to talk about things that you have been suggesting and facing. So let us get into the core of the team talk, and we have with us our gamer one. Hello, gamer one.
Hey Cap, I hope I'm audible.
Yeah, I was waiting for this particular greeting of yours. Like, hey, Kev, I hope this is like your standard greeting. But yes, you're loud and clear.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
you can.
gamer one. You want to say something?
No, I said ready when you are.
All right, all right. So I think let's not take a lot of time from our community because, like, I think they are caught in a bit of a quandary between attending the team talk and playing the match. So let us wrap it up in good speeds for them. So let us start with the questions that we have faced from the community, and I think the intensity and the meaning of the questions is really wonderful. So one simple question, and for it, I think there have to be profound answers. Why has there been a launch of these multiple tournaments in this week?
That is a very interesting question, Cap. So, the whole idea behind it, bringing in multiple tournaments, we also have like one running 24/7 and multiple smaller tournaments in between. So the whole idea, it started off as an experiment to find out and also cater to initial requests for longer duration tournaments as well as some multiple tournaments in a day. And we wanted to know if we were able to handle it and also at the same time to try out simultaneously run like two tournaments at a time and different formats and at different timings. So that was like the mindset. And what we have gained from this is a lot of insights and learnings from this experiment, which all of you guys have been able to. It was like completely powered by you guys because every day you would log in and play the game and like go ahead and win the rewards. We have also seen a lot of new users entering the game in the process, and also the number of users logging in. And this has been a very valuable and positive outcome for us. And there was another because of the time zones and different the timings not being right for a few players. So we believe that organizing a multiple tournament in a day gives that chance for everyone to play the game at their own pace, as well as bringing in different tournament formats will definitely challenge the users to use different team formations or strategies when playing the game. So the ongoing tournament series is going to be like for until Monday, and we are still like learning as we are going. And I think maybe like if the coming week we'll make another announcement about what the next set of tournaments will be about. So you keeping you guys posted.
Okay, that's a lot of information, not only for the community to consume, but also for MCL people to learn as well, like the kind of insights you get and the kind of parallel playing opportunities you open for a lot of people. I think this all is wonderful, and if the intent is to make MCL universally accessible, I think multiple tournaments have been a quantum shift in that endeavor. It's a really great progress, I would say, and I the community would be looking forward to what the next set of tournaments would be. And another thing that the community has been looking forward to for a long time, for 30 days, is the famous three letters of German fame, B, M, and W. So when will you be announcing the winners of the Big Mad Winnings contest? And come on, everybody is eager about the prizes, and it's something everyone's looking forward to.
Yeah, so I think the Big Mac Winnings contest ended just 11 minutes ago. And this has been, the accumulation of over 30 days of excitement. This is also for us one of the longest contests we have organized yet. Uh, so all that is to say that like it has been a very successful contest, and we have like reached out to multiple new users. So many of you guys have new here, have come through this contest, and at the moment we are collecting all the entries that we have received over the past 30 days, and sometime in the next 2 weeks, we will be announcing the 100 winners, all of whom will be selected randomly. And why we need so much time, meaning the 2 weeks time frame, is because we have received so many eligible trades, and there was like a lot of participants, and for which we need enough time to sort out and like process the results. And personally, even I'm excited to see who gets the BMW bike as well as that elusive PlayStations. So, what about you, Cap?
Yes. I am more of a biking person, so I would definitely want the BMW bike. The PlayStation might be elusive, but uh, let me see. Like I'm also eager as to who gets it, but it's all going to be a surprise, and that's what makes this entire contest very intriguing and interesting. So, and the next question, which is very much, I guess, in the interest of the security of our people, and the question has been raised multiple times by multiple people, some of whom have been really enthusiastic in their participation in the team talk, or all these. So, when are we gonna roll out the two-factor authentication?
So, we are nearing the completion of the 2FA feature, and the testing is ongoing. So, like the rollout we have planned is sometime this month. And also, like the whole idea behind bringing in 2FA is, like it's like just another mechanism to double check who's I don't know who is accessing your account, as well as to make sure that identity is legitimate. And this also makes it difficult for any malicious entity to access your email, meaning like even though they have access to your email ID, it will be difficult for them to access your jump.trade account, for which this 2FA will prove very handy over there. And this has been a feature that a lot of you guys have been requesting, and we are almost nearing the completion of development of the 2FA. Once we are ready to roll it out, we will put an announcement, and you guys can then go ahead and set up the feature.
All right. So, I would say that would solve a lot of uh, shortcomings that need to be addressed, and an additional layer of authentication is always better, especially when we are dealing with such a lovely game and such a prized collection of NFTs. So you were talking about access, and as much as secure access is important, universal access is also important. And we have had questions on how how they're going to play the game on desktops, and when will the desktop mode for the game arrive.
Yeah, I think even now, like scrolling up, Spartans has also asked the same question, which is when will the PC version of the game arrive? Good news, we are again nearing the completion of this. So give us the next 10 days, and we will be rolling out this feature. Um uh, so the desktop app will be a .exe file. So you have to download it from the jump.trade website, then go ahead and install the file on your Windows device, and you can go ahead and play. And we are also going to allow you to change the controls, so you can map it to your favorite keyboard buttons, and you can go ahead and play the game in a customized manner. So also we are looking forward to the desktop app as well.
That's great. And desktop gaming, it's a classic. It can never be forgotten. And as much as there are gaming mobiles, gaming laptops, and gaming desktops are still ruling the market. So desktop and gaming, the synonymy can never ever be broken. And so the next question again is quite a classic one, and this one as well needs to be addressed. So we have been making steady progresses in this front, and I know like week one has always week two has always better than always been better than week one in this regard. We are gonna talk about the status of NFT rentals for the game. Well, is there
Yes, Cam.
any is there any update on it, Gamer One?
So, as I mentioned in the AMA, I think about a week or two ago. So, as you guys know, we have been onboarding and working closely with a number of guilds. So, we've been onboarding their users and experimenting our with the main purpose of experimenting our rental module. So what happens here is we have begun assigning the guild users NFTs from the guild's inventory, but right now it's happening, uh, in a very manual process, so which is slow and also very resource intensive, and it is also like a at a very early stage. So as you know, we are encountering a few edge cases, which we are also actively resolving it in development. Um so the whole idea behind this whole exercise is to make sure that when we do finally roll out the rental feature, it is a process that is easy for everyone to understand, and also like smooth, like it operates smoothly, so there's no hitches over there. And we also like coming across interesting use cases and features as well. Like for instance, one of the most recent one that we are focusing on developing is the possibility of creating sub admins or moderators that will help someone to manage the NFTs. So for example, say you're a person with maybe 50 NFTs or more. You could ask your friend, you could make him as a sub admin or a moderator for your account, and give him access to manage the NFTs for you, while also not removing your privileges. So you always have that super permissions to override their decisions if required. So similar to this, we are working on other interesting features for the rental module, and it's a very interesting development process as well for us. But that being said, like rest assured, the development is ongoing, and but initially we are limited to piloting and testing out with builds. Once we do have a stable build down the line, we will invite you guys for early access whenever it's ready.
Okay, so that's a lot on rentals, and I guess it's not something simple, but it's something still feasible. And the edge cases, they do make a lot of sense because it's always better to plan the worst case scenarios and just have them addressed in every possible way so that the entire process becomes smooth and glitch free. And yeah, so everyone's looking forward for this feature to be rolled out. And rental is always lucrative, like be it real estate or be it gaming, it's always been lucrative. I really hope we are able to see this feature really soon. And another thing that needs to happen fast and that has been a concern for our community is with respect to withdrawals. So there have still been instances of slow withdrawals. So what's the reason and how could that possibly be addressed?
So we are in the process of actively onboarding some new third-party providers. Apart from it, for fiat withdrawals, especially the we have been able to get like a payouts API. So what this does is it like solves a lot of problems for us, wherein we can go ahead and automate the entire withdrawal payment method. So whenever someone does put a request, automatically maybe in a few minutes, like they should be able to receive their withdrawal. For crypto, similarly, we are working on automating the withdrawals, but we're also like looking for other like maybe a third party provider that could like help us out here. So we are still in exploratory position for crypto, but apart from it, we are as far as the on ramp goes, we are also working on making it easier for users to from fiat to crypto kind of conversion. So making it the deposits as well, trying to like make that simpler and faster.
All right. So this is one thing that needs to be addressed, and I'm glad that it's progressing in the right direction. So if the withdrawals are as good as the entire game experiences, I think it will be a delight for our community. And we'll also discuss a few other things that have been mentioned in the white paper. The energy, the elements, the stamina, so many intricacies. So when are they going to be featured in the MCL game?
Yeah, so now that you ask, the first question was like, why are we having full day tournaments or multiple day tournaments? So the whole idea is to collect, like interesting data that we find from these tournaments, and that which we can use when we're developing, the energy, the elements, and the stamina system. Because a lot of this requires, like maybe 24/7 kind of activity from the user end, which we were able to gather through the ongoing tournament series. And as you know, like most other games also have energy systems. So what happens here is it brings in a unique like allows the users to determine how many matches they want to play in a day, and also we can bring in some kind of qualifiers based on the quantity and quality of NFTs they hold. And this also encourages the people to play as long and as frequently as they would like to. Similarly, the elements that we have planned, as you know, we have like three elements: the adaptiveness, happenstance, health. So all these three, once they're implemented, would bring in this layer of complexity or customizable like nature to the game. So wherein like even though we have the say MCL player NFT of the same name and of the same category, but based on how the user like levels up their skill tree of sorts based on the three elements, there'll be like a drastic difference between the two. And with this, then we can bring in like the tweaks to the performance, which like again align with the elements that have been upgraded. So right now the development work is ongoing for these, and like the experiment week-long tournaments, like they go a long way in providing and data and insights into like how we can like what needs to be focused on as well as the edge cases. So it's very important.
That's really splendid, and I uh, I think it's really good that the approach is so informed and so systematic by taking data into consideration, and it's it's a sure sign that it's going to be sustainable and it's going to work out really well. And so there could be a lot more of questions that could be answered, but uh, we would also need to take into consideration that the Rookies Clash starts at 6:30 p.m. And in the interest of our community going to that particular match, I think this would probably be one of the shorter formats of our team talk. It's probably like how it is like ODI versus T20. It might be short, but it doesn't mean that we did not address the questions, or we did not take into consideration the stuff that our community has been talking about. And so let us call this one a day, and we'll probably catch up for the next team talk session in the next week. I think it would be the pre-Diwali Friday. So let us all catch up at that time, and let us discuss more of this, and let's see what that time holds. And I think in the meanwhile, we'll also be having the announcement on what the next series of tournaments would be, and a lot more like that. So thank you, Gamer One. Thank you for your information and insights, and the clarity on a lot of things that have been in the intrigue of our community for a long time. And it's been truly more uh, tangible in terms of the deadlines that have been given, and the plans that we have.
Good cap. So, yeah. So, see you guys next week. And definitely, we will be looking into the questions you guys have mentioned here. But given that 6:30, the next the rookie class will be taking place. So just for today, we're cutting it short. But from next week, you can hear us for the whole hour.
That's great. Thank you. Thank you, Gamer One. Thank you, community. Let us all catch up the coming week. Until then, have a fantastic week and enjoy playing MCL. Wishing you all the very best. Thank you, and bye bye.